Welcome back to the BA Playbook, how real work actually gets done. Today we're talking about something that quietly determines whether your project succeeds or slowly unravels: stakeholder mapping. And not the version most BAs do. I'm not talking about copying an org chart into a slide and calling it a day. I'm talking about real stakeholder mapping, the kind that gives you influence before elicitation even begins. Because here's a hard truth. If you start eliciting requirements before you understand the people, you're already behind. Let's start with the biggest misconception. Org charts are not stakeholder maps. Org charts show titles. They show reporting lines. They do not show power. In real projects, power is messy. It's informal. It's political. And it often lives nowhere near the org chart. Which brings us to the three stakeholder types every BA must identify early: decision makers, influencers, blockers. Decision makers are the ones who can say yes. Influencers shape opinions behind the scenes. Blockers don't need authority, they just need the ability to slow things down. Now here's the trap many BAs fall into. They engage everyone equally. That's how you end up pulled in 5 directions, responding to conflicting requests, and wondering why nothing feels aligned. Smart BAs don't engage equally. They engage strategically. So who do you engage early? You engage people with decision power, people with strong influence, people who understand the real process, people who can kill momentum quietly. And yes, you delay some voices intentionally. Not forever. Just until clarity exists. Because engaging everyone too early creates noise, not alignment. Which brings us to a powerful BA tip. Instead of mapping stakeholders by role, map them by power, interest, and noise level. Power: can they make or block decisions? Interest: do they care deeply about the outcome? Noise level: how loud are they in meetings? The dangerous stakeholders are often high power, low noise, moderate interest. These are the people who don't argue in meetings, but object later. Which leads us to the most important BA trick of this episode. Identify silent veto holders early. Silent veto holders rarely speak up. They nod politely. They have no concerns. And then the project stalls. You identify them by watching who others defer to, who people check with offline, whose absence changes decisions, whose opinion appears late but carries weight. Once you spot them, engage them early, privately if needed. Ask, what would concern you about this? What would make this unacceptable? What risks do you see that others might miss? That one conversation can save months of rework. Now let's talk about avoiding the 5-direction problem. This happens when everyone thinks they're the priority. No decisions are clearly owned. Feedback conflicts. The BA becomes the message carrier. To avoid this, you must clarify decision ownership early. Say things like, I'll collect input, but this decision sits with. Let's confirm who makes the final call. We need alignment before expanding scope. This isn't politics. This is protection for the project and for you. Here's the mad BA truth to remember. Stakeholder mapping is not an admin task. It's a strategic move. Done well, it gives you clarity, influence, and momentum. Done poorly, it turns you into a human ping-pong ball. So before you ask a single requirement question, map the people. Understand power. Spot influence. Identify silent veto holders. Engage strategically. That's how real BAs control projects before chaos starts. And that's the stakeholder mapping most BAs skip, but you won't anymore.